job is as a professional skeptic. My investors are paying me to identify situations where there is an abuse of trust. Companies that are publicly traded on the market, they provide information to the general public, to their investors. And when you think about the motivations of a publicly traded company, they're ultimately after increasing the price of their shares. That's usually the driving goal when stock markets are doing very well. So what happens then? They might start with little bits of misleading information. They might use different metrics that investors or the public are not necessarily familiar with. And then that can also morph into much larger issues of abuse of trust, where a company might be actively engaged in fraud or criminality. And that's really what I'm looking for. What I do on a daily basis is try to find companies that are abusing the public or their shareholders on a massive scale. As a society, and as we are increasingly global, human advancement depends on our ability to trust our neighbors. And sometimes those neighbors are within our community, but most of the time nowadays, those are neighbors we don't even see. They live on some far-flung part of the world where we don't know the cultures or the rules, and we feel disconnected. And this mass globalization has sort of left us more tribal in nature, with this building mistrust of the people across an ocean from us. So I think the more we engage with this idea of the fundamental importance of trust in our systems and in terms of our progress, then we're able to combat those issues head on. I think for everyone, whether you're an investor or just want to be a better citizen, it's about self-awareness. You understand where are your failings as far as trust, what is driving that mistrust or distrust, and engage with the people around you as far as what you can do about it. A decline in trust, whether that's trust of other people or trust in our systems, could leave us in a stone age. It would lead to a lack of innovation. It might lead towards regressive behavior, towards polarization, towards isolation. So we really need to overcome the issue if we want to embrace technologies and artificial intelligence and understand, the way the world is moving and face some of the most pressing challenges of the day. The less willing we are able to kind of combat these issues of trust, the more time we're losing as far as solving those big problems. I'm very fortunate to be here in Weimar. This is actually my first time at a conference, speaking at a conference that isn't a financial or professional conference. So the idea of bringing together interdisciplinary thinkers on a common issue is really the way we can make progress, where we can actually engage and come up with better solutions, better understandings, because we all have a different point of view. So for me, as someone who's coming from a financial background and where my focus is on public markets and corporate trust, it's amazing that I can engage with academics and with philosophers and have them share my point of view. So I feel that this is much more constructive than me being in a conference solely with others who do exactly what I do or think the same way I do.